Hi everyone, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I've got a message today from Divine Masculine and I went to go and pick out which decks to use, and apparently I have to use all of my decks today, all my main decks. So I want to get some new decks soon because, I want there to be variety on the channel. And I don't know, Harry likes spending money too, so he's very cheeky sometimes. If you're new to my channel, this is Harry. I'm Nat or Natasha. You can call me either, but don't call me late for dinner. And this is the channel of really bad curtains, which are a metaphor for the twin flame journey. Okay, so not that the twin flame journey's bad, but it's just that there's always obstacles kind of thing. And, if you see them as obstacles, I guess, then they will be. But if you don't, if you can sit with some of the awkwardness, okay, then you can really come into this cool space of just being free. Okay, so I've got the choice to go and buy new curtains and put them up, or I can just accept these ones and see the funny side or the lighter side, and understand that it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So it's kind of about being lighthearted, understanding that sometimes less is more. Sometimes, being humble is good. Sometimes not having to, keep up with the Joneses is good. Sometimes, not having to have perfection. Where there's imperfection, there's perfection. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that, when you come into union with your twin flame, whether it's been months or years or however long it's been that you've been on your journey, but when you finally come into union, if you come into union, then, not everything's going to be rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. It's not all going to be smooth sailing, because you're still going to have bills. You're still going to have, the problems of, where are we going to live? What are we going to do? Are we going to do a mission together of some kind to help humanity? Does your divine masculine have children? Do you have children? Are there other people, places, or locations, as in, for employment, or, I don't know, is there stuff in the way? Is there stuff in the way? So, if we take a really great example of the movie The Notebook is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I'll just write it down. So, for some people, they might like to just see how it's spelt. Okay, so The Notebook is a beautiful movie, and it's a great example of a twin flame journey. Okay, so if you haven't seen that movie, it's simply stunning, and it kind of shows you what can happen in real life. Even though I think it's set in the in the 1950s, I may have got that wrong. So comment below if you know what era it is, but I'm pretty sure is it the 50s or the 60s? I'm not sure, but anyway, that movie's kind of perfect, but there are a lot of challenges, in the way of the two coming together. And, of course it's got all of those cliche, wonderful love themes throughout it. But it's the challenges throughout that movie too that really allow you to see that, you know, it's not all peachy. Like, you know, any love story is going to have its challenges, okay? As much as we'd like to live in the idea of, you know, perfect romance, we've still got to, you know, we're still going to wake up with bad breath. We're still going to, you know, have messy hair. We're still going to have perhaps have bad curtains. Some of us might speak to emoji characters in our spare time, you know. And will your twin flame accept you for that? And will you accept them for their strange, weird and wonderful behaviors? I'm being silly now, but you know, it's true. Okay, so Divine Masculine, he wants to speak. So I'm shuffling all my cards as I'm talking to you. So if you are getting annoyed that I'm taking too long, I apologize, but I just want you to know that I'm shuffling on camera so that, you know, you can hear me shuffling and you know. I mean, I don't know. You can't make this stuff up anyway. If you, you'd be a really good storyteller if you could make up these readings. Although years ago when I first started watching tarot, you know, and I click on to someone who, you know, like a reader who had the cards all set out and then they did this perfect reading, and I think, hang on a minute, have they set this up? Because that just seems like far too like good to be true, you know. But they were just a really good tarot reader. And the twin flame journey is kind of crazy. Or cray cray. I said that to one of my friends the other day. Cray cray. And they said, oh my God, that's so 2012 of you. So yeah, I'm really not cool. At all. Sometimes I say hashtag whatever. And apparently that's not cool either. So I laugh, you know, some of the texting things I laugh at because I was expressing some sadness to a friend. I don't know, it's probably 8 or 10 years ago now. And I wrote this really sad paragraph, or even probably a few paragraphs, to a girl I hadn't seen, you know, from school for, I don't know, 20 years or something, you know. And right at the end, I wrote lol, thinking it meant lots of love. And I never heard back from her for about 5 years. Because I'd been explaining a really tragic, you know, not tragic, but I'd been telling her about some things that weren't happy at all, not knowing that lol meant laugh out loud. It does mean laugh out loud, right? I haven't got it wrong twice. Hang on, let's ask Harry. Yeah, he reckons it does too. Anyway, the cards are ready. So Divine Masculine, I'm just going to put him in order here. He's all over the place today. Divine Masculine. I was thinking too, you know, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. You know, when you meet your Divine Masculine or Feminine, it can feel like you've met, I don't know, multiple people in the way that, you know, they can come across as your best friend, your lover, your, you know, a wise person, a funny person, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like they've got all these different personas. There's all these different personas that they have. It's kind of like if you thought of a, you know, a movie character and they've got lots of personas. You know, they can, I don't know, I keep bringing up Leonardo DiCaprio lately. I don't know why. Maybe that's significant for some of you, but, you know, it's like he can be any character he wants to be. You know, he can be the bad guy. He can be the sexy guy. He can be the heartthrob. He can be the, you know, the spy. He can be the, I don't know, what's that movie where he, you know, he changes his identity all the time so he can make money. You know, he pretends he's a pilot, and then he pretends he's, I don't know, he pretends all these different things, and he's got all these different identities. Maybe someone can write that down below. Anyway, Divine Masculine. Reading starts at 10 minutes 50. I'm going to write that down. I'll put it in the comments section. Gosh, I talk a lot. Sorry. Australians do. They talk a lot. I'll blame it on Australians, not me. Okay? Anyway, doesn't matter. You don't mind, do you? All chirpy in the morning. Okay, so some of your divine masculines are really planning for the future. You know, this is not just a pie in the sky idea anymore. You know, this action space is coming from a place of putting the stick in the ground and saying, you know, I'm going to start here and I'm going to end there, you know. They're carving out a path which involves divine feminine. For some of them, they have to go over the ocean or, you know, far away, you know, to another town, to another suburb, to another place to come and see you. You know, they're thinking of what they can perhaps do in the world when they do this. They have got their security or their root chakra well balanced. They're feeling well balanced right now. I'm drawn to the Death card coming up behind this, saying this transformation is complete. I just recently had a transformation, which has also happened for many of the divine feminines recently. So this is just the bottom of the deck. Underneath, in between that Death card or the transformation card, is the Two of Cups. Okay, so that's a really beautiful energy together. Let me just get them in the right order. Okay, so this is, you know, pre-planning, making a decision to move forward on the path after having this beautiful transformation, feeling proud, feeling ready, you know, all of this destruction, leaving that behind and saying, you know what, the only thing that really truly matters is love. Love is the only law. Love is the only answer here. An equal, balanced love. Wow. You know, guided by divinity, guided by the angels, guided by whoever you believe in, okay? It's healing. You know, this symbol here reminds me of the healing symbol, you know, traditionally the healing symbol. The twin flames, when they come together, it's very healing. It's a very healing energy. Okay. And then underneath this, we're still on the bottom of the deck here, but I'm just drawn to this. You know, this is the truth. This is bringing the dark, you know, the shadow self and the light together, and then understanding the truth of it all together. You know, understanding that yes, there's been people, places and situations that have not been good for us. Yes, we acted pretty sillily in the past when people did things to us. But now we've got this knowledge. See, she's holding the Torah. You know, this is both twins having the knowledge, understanding the secrets represented by the moon. You know, the pillars of strength here in divinity, right? The knowledge to move forward on the journey. Having learned a lot already. Both twins have. We'll get to what Divine Masculine wants to say in a moment. Okay, so the Divine Masculine has possibly got some hidden knowledge or secrets that he wants to share with Divine Feminine when he can. You know, he's been confused in the past, emotionally confused about how people, places and situations have represented themselves. And it caused him some stress, some mental anxiety, some sleepless nights in the recent past. His mother is also showing up here, or perhaps the mother of his children, or perhaps his twin flame, because the Empress is a mother, can also represent the twin flame, as in the Divine Feminine. It can also represent a mother. Okay, and this brought sadness. Okay, there was some sadness here. The truth is, though, Divine Masculine's gone away again. We have the High Priestess card showing up again in another deck. And he's thought about what's happened here. He's understanding that sometimes women in general can be cutting, can say things they don't mean. I said this to my friend the other day. I said, you do know that all women are crazy, right? And he went, yep. So he understands that women are different to men. Whether this is his mother, his auntie, his significant other, his twin flame. No offense, Divine Feminine, but we can be crazy sometimes, right? So he understands that, you know, women fight for what they believe in. They can, you know. And if they get annoyed or pissed off, they can be very cutting with their words. You know, women should not be underestimated. They can be fiery. They can have a temperament too. Okay? Poor Divine Masculine. But he understands that even though this is so, the twin flame journey, his twin flame, or even his mother, or even his sister, or even his cousin, or whoever it is, still has the ability to bring him complete happiness. Still has the ability to acknowledge him and his dreams. Still has the ability to make him feel complete in some way. Okay? Or not. Or if they're in their distorted energy, right? Because remember, there's the distorted energy of someone or the divine energy of someone. So being an ego, being judgmental, being jealous, being angry, being pissed off, being narcissistic, being selfish, are all, you know, lower frequency. Okay? So he has got an understanding that sometimes people are just in their lower frequency, and that he doesn't want to entertain that. You know, he doesn't want to necessarily go into his lower frequency to deal with those people, but sometimes he needs to. And then he needs to come back up again, as does Divine Feminine. So Spirit are giving him some tools here. You are the key, look within. This also applies to Divine Feminine. If you were wondering about something related to work, think on it more. If you were wondering about something regarding your twin flame, the answer is maybe. Spirit wants to tell the Divine Feminine and Masculine, especially today, to love their body. You know, even if there's cellulite, even if it's, you know, not that hot body you were once dreaming of, your body is your vessel that gets you through the life, gets you through this life. So take care of it. You know, you only get one body. All right. All right. So now Divine Masculine actually wants to speak. Okay. Now we've got through all of that. Okay. Money has been a little bit difficult. You know, he's paying his bills. He's doing the right thing. He's, you know, compensating who he needs to compensate. But we're only here on the Six of Pentacles. And of course there are, you know, there is the card of the Ten of Pentacles. So we're doing better than all right, but we could be doing better than all right, if that makes sense. Okay. So he's coming out of this mental prison of being trapped in, you know, in drama, especially with the women around him. Because for a while there, they were doing his head in. Sorry. For a while there, feminine energy, not necessarily female people, right? Take it how it resonates for you. You know, there was this lack of sunshine. There was this lack of, you know, the sun was still coming out every day, but he was feeling stifled. He was feeling like, you know, he wants to be free. He wants to move away with Divine Feminine, but there's this stifling energy here. And then the mother comes up again, or the significant other who has a baby. Could be the karmic partner. Someone who's not being their best self at this time. You know, the Empress upright is a beautiful, nurturing, loving, giving, sweet energy. But when they get annoyed, oh Lord, the sweetness goes out of them. You know, they can become even more masculine in their energy. You know, they can become cutting with their words. They can become belligerent. They can become, you know, alpha in a way. You know, it's my way or the highway. Go and clean your room and do it now. Go and, you know, I'm not listening to you. You know what I mean? That energy of grumpiness. And so he was pausing. Here we have Divine Masculine not only moving slow, but nearly moving out of the picture altogether. He's like, oh my God, let me just hide under the bed. I'm just going to hide under the bed for a while. No one will see me under there. It's nice and dark here. Oh, poor Divine Masculine. But then he went to God, or Buddha, or Allah, or his divinity, or his higher self, his spirituality. And he said, you know what? I'm better than this. I can tame my emotions here. I can organize myself to be that enlightened being that I know that I am. I can go back into this cool energy of knowing of knowing what the truth is. See how all of those sunflowers are hiding there behind the pillars. That's the truth. That's the knowledge that he already knows. For some of you, your divine masculine may have a name that starts with B or J, or it might be in their middle or last name or surname, you know, or it might be your initials. Okay. This is also a 2, and the 2 is love and freedom. The 2 is divinity, sacred divinity. Okay, the 2 represents, you know, the strength of the 2 twin flames. See, there's 2, 2, 2, 2, okay, or 11, 11. However you want to read that. Okay. But there is a need here for the throat chakra. The throat chakra is blocked for the divine masculine. Or it was blocked because he was being stifled in what he needed to say. And for some divine masculines, they felt like they wanted to say their piece to some people, places, and situations around them. So let's look at the secrets now that you may not know about divine masculine. We're being sneaky, aren't we? Harry says, divine masculine doesn't mind. There it is, the throat chakra for divine masculine. Needing to speak his truth to the people around him so he can feel better. He might need to go into that energy of being mad for a minute. He might need to, because these people are lower vibrational around him. And if he does do that, he'll stay in that energy for a minute and then come back out into his spirituality. That's what he should be doing. Okay. We got the Who's Your Daddy card. Who's your daddy? This is also a spirit or past loved one, male energy that could be around him, helping him out. And for some divine feminines, I know that they also have someone in spirit helping them out. Okay? And helping them out with what? Wow, this is so cool. Helping them out to stay in this loving energy, this King of Cups energy, someone who is warm-hearted, someone who is loyal and responsible, sociable and very generous, very intelligent, loving and sensuous. I'm reading it the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. Very articulate, a mature man that's achieved a lot in their life, you know, helping them to stay like that, and then perhaps helping them with their work to be successful, have new beginnings, a new job opportunity that's something different, heading into a totally new direction. And see the angels on the card here. This is, you know, spirit energy coming in to help him. I don't necessarily think he understands that this is happening to him, but it's really beautiful. And we were talking about that he may need to move location. Here it is, the Page of Wands. In this deck, it's different than the Rider-Waite. So it says there may be a holiday. You might be traveling for work, right? Or just traveling into a better direction. Okay, so what you might not know about your divine masculine is that recently he had some anxiety and overthinking. This is someone who has difficulty sleeping, feels guilty and self-punishes, overthinking to an extreme. You know, feeling the need to relax, to take time to recover. So this is him in his Knight of Swords energy, coming in with messages for divine masculine. For divine feminine, I mean. He wants to come in, but he might be popping in and out because of the energies around him. Okay? Okay, so he might come in and then go out. He might come in and then go out. He might come in and then go out. And that's because of the drama that's been going on in his life. But then if you notice, we've still got the pink here and the purple. He's still in his higher heart and he's still in his third eye. So he's still highly intuitive. He's still coming from a place of caring, loving, being beautiful. But with the Eight of Cups here, he's going away to be with himself and his own emotions. You know, underneath divine masculine, there's this undercurrent of emotions that happens. He can feel delusioned. Harry, that's not the right word. Let's hang on. Disillusioned. Oh dear. He's not delusional, I promise. Well, I don't promise. Oh my goodness. Hang on. We need more of this. He's going away to be in his own emotions so that he can feel what he needs to feel to get through this difficult patch with the people, places and situations around him. He does have hope. His sacral chakra may need some work. He does feel guilty if he said something he didn't mean in a bit of an argument or something. But if you're listening to Divine Masculine, do not feel guilty, because sometimes people need to be told no, okay? So the truth of what's on his mind, and it has been on his mind for quite some time, is this beautiful lovers. The lovers are here. To love someone with all your heart. To truly have a love and understanding between two people, belonging together. You know, this woman is in his arms. This is the fantasy. You know, go and watch The Notebook. And it'll change your whole idea about the twin flame journey and what's possible. And if, you know, if you've been procrastinating, or if she's been procrastinating, or if anyone's been procrastinating, it'll bring you to understanding just how important it is to act now. Just how important it is that, you know, life is too short. Okay? Well, I take that back. Let's make it long. Me and Harry are going to make it long. All right? We're all going to live until we're 596. Would that be good? Sounds good, hey? Okay, so the only thing blocking him right now, apart from maybe that he's at a distance and that there's people around him, you know, annoying him in the form of women. No offense to gender anything, okay? I'm just trying to make it a little bit funny because it's not funny. Anyway, okay, so he is worried a little bit about his material stability. Okay, but we've got that, you know, male in spirit who's going to be helping him. All financial problems will soon be overcome. Wow. We should just keep this card forever and put it in our pocket, hey? This reading is for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer. All financial problems will be overcome. Wow, there you go. You don't need to worry about anything, divine masculine and feminine. I am being silly today. Okay, so then there is, you know, the possibility for financial gain, security and material stability here. So that's great. All right, so I'm going over time. So let me get into the love messages now. From divine masculine to feminine, I get butterflies every time my eyes lock with yours. So if you're in a movie and you were staring at one another from a distance, all these butterflies might appear magically. Okay, because he's been going through it at the minute with people around him. His mind has been busy with work situations, possibly with family situations, with life circumstances in general. And so he says, I'm struggling to find the right words to say to you. Because he's had all this mental turmoil going on, it's hard for him to say, all of these beautiful fairy tale things that he would like to say if he was in a movie, right? But then he says, I don't care how complicated this gets, I still want you. Okay? Remember, we are all human. This isn't a fantasy. People still burp. People still have indigestion. People still have messy hair when they wake up in the morning. Not everyone looks like Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what I mean? Not everything's perfect. And there's imperfection in that perfection. So then he says, there's 2 more cards. I'm currently working on becoming the best version of myself, which is excellent because that means Divine Feminine is also doing that. Congratulations. What you do to yourself, you do for the other. Okay, this is mirroring at its finest. And for some of you, this won't resonate for all of you, but the card says, I know I messed up and did things that made it seem like I don't care, but trust me, you are my world. And next to that, he says, can you forgive me, please? So if he didn't come in, if he didn't text you, if he didn't call you and he was meant to, he was meant to, but he didn't. And we are all human. So remember to have an unconditionally loving space for everyone, not just your divine masculine. Because what you'll find is that, the people who you have issues with in your everyday life, all of it's related and connected to the twin flame journey. So it's no good being nice to, your son and your mother and your cousin, and then treating your neighbor like crap, or going to the supermarket and yelling at that woman because she stole the last I'm laughing because she what? Oh, she stole the last she took the last roll of toilet paper. Harry, that's terrible. Should we yell at her? No. No, we should be kind and considerate. And God gave us hands, just saying. If you absolutely had to, you could use a newspaper. Or water, or something else. I think some cultures do use water, don't they? Anyway, which is far better for the environment. Although number 2s might get a bit messy if you're using your hands. That's probably not recommended. Disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Do not do as I say. Follow your own guidance and intuition. Okay, for Divine Feminine. Sorry, I'm in a silly mood. My health and well-being are natural forever. That's right. I'm also getting a message from Spirit that you might want to look into some more natural foods. If you're on medication, you'd have to be careful with herbs because they can interact, but you could have a look into it. You can appropriately depart your body without illness or pain. You need not attract illness or pain as an excuse. You are free to choose otherwise. So this is saying that you can align your thoughts with health. You know, it's like that person who says that they feel like they've always got a headache. You know, they wake up in the morning and they think, oh, you know, today this headache's going to drive me crazy. You know, I always get them. You know how there's people who do that? Okay, what if they change their thought, change their mind about it? Because the law of the universe states that thought, you know, thought plus action equals creation. So if you have a thought that you're going to have a good day, and then you take action towards that good day, then you'll create a good day. So with the headache scenario, if you think that you're going to have a headache-free day, and then you take action steps, you know, to maybe not listening to heavy metal music as a joke. You know what I mean? You can create a better, a higher, better version of your day. So that's what that card's saying. So for Divine Masculine, I am selfish enough to want to feel good. Good. Finally, Divine Masculine, you are helping too many people. Divine Feminine also does this. She overextends herself to too many people. Feeling good indicates your connection to clarity, wellness, and abundance in all good things. Feeling good is your most natural core belief. Right, I know I've gone over time, but I just want to get 2 messages from Spirit for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Oh, actually it's 3 each. Okay, right. Divine Masculine, if you're asking a question right now, the answer is maybe, right? With regard to your karmic situation, say no. With regard to life in general, be grateful for all things. Divine Feminine, you are the key, look within. You love them, huh? Spirit's acknowledging that they know that you love them. If you were wondering about that new job, that new idea that you've been thinking about, that new something inside of you is making you feel a bit excited, the answer is yes. Yes. Okay? Always, of course, go with your own intuition. Never listen completely to a tarot reader who has bad curtains and talks to an emoji. Okay? Go within. Seek your own guidance. Okay? I'm sending you love, peace and light from Australia. Please say hi down in the comments below if you feel guided to do so. If you want a reading from me or general guidance, or if you want to ask questions, I do YouTube readings for people for 30 minutes or for 1 hour. So you can choose a reading. You can have a 30-minute reading with me or a 1-hour reading with me. And you know, I basically upload the YouTube video just like this. You'll see me talking to you, and the you know, the message will be specific for you, okay? And the private link to the YouTube video will be sent to your email. So just contact me. My details are below in the email below. Wow, I'm really... Harry's saying I sound like Divine Masculine right now. I have not the right words to say. If you want to contact me, my email address is down below in the description box. And at the moment, it's, you know, a 1 to 3 day wait for a reading. So it's not huge. And if it's urgent, we can do an urgent reading, you know, if necessary. If you're really stuck, we can, you know, get onto it as soon as I can. All right. So I'll go as, you know, as I feel, you know, if you say it's really urgent and I don't know what to do and I'm having trouble, and, you know, I'll put you as a priority. Okay. So thank you for being here. I'm sending you love, light and peace wherever you are in the world. Have a beautiful evening, afternoon, morning, or what else? I don't know. Have a great day. Bye.